What in the world is this? Revolving walls? Hidden rooms? Disguises? What is Barbara Gordon's secret?
Just kidding. Welcome everybody to another episode of C3XE. I am your host, Anthony East, and with me is...
You. I'm Nick.
And?
I'm Brandon.
Swell.
Sure you're not Henry Rollins?
Okay, hey. Save those for me. Those are my jokes. Swell. Here we go. We're going to get these guys together. We're going to combat comics. And the rules go as such. Number one. Okay? Once a comic book is drafted for a specific character, nobody can ever draft that book again for that character. So again, if we use the Silver Surfer for an episode, and you use Fantastic Four issue number 48, you can't use it ever again if we were to bring up the Silver Surfer, but you can use it for Fantastic Four.
Well.
Okay? Right?
Okay.
Rule number 2. You have to declare whether you're choosing the book for love or for spec. You get 2 scores. You get 1 from me. I'll pick the winner at the end of the episode based on your arguments. And you get another point from the viewers on the whole internet chat and comment section. And from there, we're going to add them all up, and we will find out who is the true winner at the end of the series.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
And the third... Oh, yeah, it was the third.
Oh, and the third rule is the previous thing I said.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so Nick, you won the mystery coin toss at the start of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And who are you going to pick for
Hey.
this week's Batgirl?
Okay.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried there. I just realized we didn't say it on air.
No.
So-
I had it covered.
Okay. So, Batman 139. First appearance of Batgirl. Betty Kane.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
First appearance of Batgirl.
Another beautiful yellow cover.
Yeah. Character design was way off the mark when, like, it was so different from the Batgirl designs that we know today. It was like almost like the Selena Kyle Catwoman of the Golden Age. Purple dress, except this one was more of a green dress with the red, almost Robin colors.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say it.
still, very, very key issue.
Spec or love, Nicholas?
I'm going to go spec.
Brandon,
Okay.
what is your first Batgirl pick?
Well, without a doubt, it's Detective 359. First Barbara Gordon, Batgirl.
Anti-gravity boots.
Yes, yeah, it's a great book. It's really like hard to keep nice maroon cover. I've never owned this book, like I said, myself, but I've always wanted it. I know it's one of Paula's like ones that she wants because it's just beautiful, beautiful cover. It's also interesting because of the lore of the kind of behind the scenes. The TV series was going to be reintroducing the Batgirl character to try and kind of save the ratings, and so they in '67 they kind of put her into Detective Comics as like a test run, and then so I think that issue came out in February or April, somewhere in that range. I think February. I'm going to say February, but I could be off. And then later that year, because September, new season of TV, Batgirl premieres. So yeah, and very, very much the same aesthetic, and the legacy begins there for me. So yeah.
Nick, what's your next pick?
Suicide Squad number 23. This is the first appearance of Oracle.
Wheelchair Barbara.
Wheelchair Barbara.
Oh shit, that was actually my pick. Okay.
So, like, this follows, like, the events after Killing Joke, which became canon at the time. And,
Yeah.
they wanted to bring Barbara back. But how do you bring Barbara back after she's had a debilitating injury, such as a gunshot to the spine? Well, we got our first appearance at Oracle. Team leader, behind the scenes. And, yeah.
I think it's a great thing. As much as I kind of agree that that story should have never been made into canon in the Killing Joke, I think it's a great thing for a lot of people. This is definitely a talk about representation in comics.
Yeah.
And to be honest, as much as I love Barbara as Batgirl and how amazing, for example, the Rebirth was.
She did more amazing things as Oracle than she ever did with as Batgirl.
I agree. And there's been other great Batgirls.
She integrated with Brainiac at one time too.
100%.
Yeah. So that's my pick.
Okay. Brandon, what is your number 3?
I got it. Okay, so a lot of the love that we have for Batgirl probably comes out of the animated series.
Oh, yep.
But you guys remember the issue of the animated series, or like the book version of it? It's one of the Batman adventures where she goes to a costume party, and then Harley and Poison Ivy crash the party, and like essentially there's like a heist situation. She thwarts them. Good thing she went to said party dressed as Batgirl. But yeah, so that's going to be my next pick. That's number 12, I want to say. 12 or 13. We'll put it on the screen. I'm pretty sure it's 12. So yeah, Batman Adventures. First appearance of Harley Quinn in comic continuity as well. So yeah, and obviously they've become pretty inseparable, in large part over the years. So I'll take that one on. I'll take the one on love, childhood love. But that is what the hell am I doing? No way I'm taking that book on love. Spec. You looked at me like I was crazy. So.
Because I thought you were a little crazy. I was like,
yeah, that book is one of when DC had like a huge downward spiral in terms of like the return on their books. I think that like out of the books that you saw trending, one of the things that Nick and I talked about in a really early episode of the podcast again was that Swamp Thing seemed to come out unscathed. Mm-hmm. House of Secrets 92. And which is a dream book of mine, and also that Batman Adventures book as well. First Harley.
Little off topic, but they were pushing Swamp Thing really hard. I had a poster when I was a kid on my wall of like it was like Batman, Superman, and then I'm like Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing's great.
Yeah, Swamp Thing is great.
Okay.
We'll have to do a Swamp Thing episode one day, East, if the show is like, if you'll keep doing the show.
Oh yeah. What's your next pick?
Well, everybody loves a wedding. So my next pick is a Convergence, Nightwing Oracle number 2, the wedding of Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon.
Love me some Dick.
Everybody loves some Dick.
I think I have that book.
I picked this one on love. Like this is the wedding. This is like a royal comic book wedding next to like Mary Jane, Peter Parker, in my opinion. 2 crime-fighting heroes who grew up on the streets together, under the same tutelage as Batman, got together, put their differences aside, got married, and she was in the wheelchair when they got married too.
Yeah,
wedding never really happened, but still,
yeah, never really happened.
Never really got off the ground, but still, it was just like holy shit, they're finally doing this.
And beautiful moment.
It was beautiful
for what it's worth,
and that's why I'm picking on love.
Okay.
How you gonna top love?
I don't even think. Oh, love. That's interesting. Okay, let's do some love then. Even though it is kind of a spec book, I'm trying to think if it's 23 or 24. The Rebirth Batgirl run. The Middleton variant for, 24 is the split half skeleton one.
22.
But I'm going 23 exactly. Just the Babs in the cowl at the her lips are like a little bit separated. She looks vulnerable, but then she's got this intensity in her eyes. Just this beautiful picture. I love that curl in her hair. That book holds a special place in my heart because it's one of the few books in our collection that like I can't say is like ours when I talk about mine or Paula's and so forth, right? Like most books we say they're ours, but like I've never even held that book in my hand. So it's in this house right now, but it's not mine. Mm-hmm. So I would like to very much, and it's ironic because of course it was purchased at cover price, and now that's impossible. So I love that cover. I love white covers, you know that. So
spec or love,
man.
Love.
Man. Yeah,
Nicholas.
I respect that.
How are you going to top that love?
Let's go with a new Batgirl. Batgirl 41, the Raphael Albuquerque variant.
I love Raphael Albuquerque, but that's the
Joker variant.
Yeah.
This is the controversial cover. This is Joker with his arms around a Batgirl with the painted smile. The throwback to the Killing Joke. She looks scared shitless. It's like this. I think they pulled this after a while. They had to pull it.
Recall, but
there was such a big uproar.
No one ever
over
does
it.
that. They just sell them.
This one, you see the fear in Barbara's eyes with Joker just smiling in his Hawaiian shirt right next to her, arm around the shoulder. Just, dear God.
Is he sitting behind her kind of thing?
It's pretty much like he's just looming over her.
That being said, I'm going to tell you right now, East, I'm not even going to touch that one in the debate because I won't say a bad word about Raphael Albuquerque. I love that guy.
This one's on spec. This one's on spec.
I read that whole Prodigy Mark Millar run recently. Mark Miller. We always do that. All of us say that. Mark Miller story. And I only really got into it at issue 4, but I bought every single one because that guy needs as much work in this industry as possible. He's incredible. And him doing interiors is like amazing. So.
I concur. Great pick, Nick.
Yeah, thank you.
But now, what's your next pick, Brandon?
I'll go with the prototype for the Birds of Prey there. Black Canary Oracle Birds of Prey #1. Which I think is from around the same time as your book, the Oracle book that you mentioned, Nick, like within the year or so of. White cover again, got a nice trend going.
You do. You do love a white cover.
I love
Shades of
empty
canvas.
It's so yeah, Birds of Prey. I could really do this one probably on spec, but I'm going to do it on love again in the the spirit of what a lot of those characters have come to mean to me, and what I very much hope that they will come to mean to my daughters. Ever has already kind of shown a very fond interest in both Black Canary and Barbara Gordon. For whatever reason, she seems to we have like a flip book, and she always stops on those two characters' pages, as well as she likes Spider-Gwen. So yeah, completely on love, but that is an amazing book. And it's, kind of first Birds of Prey. So yeah, Black Canary, Oracle, Birds of Prey, numero uno.
Nicholas, #5 for the. Oh wait, that was spec or love?
Love.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. How you bring this home?
I'm gonna bring this home with a recent one, Heroes in Crisis issue #4. I'm bringing this one in on love because it just shows.
It's got to be love. It's not worse.
I'll tell you why I like this book with Barbara.
It's all right. It's all right.
So, at the beginning of each book, they have like parts, like just a full panel of interviews. Barbara's interview is just quiet. She's just sitting there quiet, staring at the camera, and then all of a sudden you see her get up, lift her shirt, and you see the bullet hole from front to back, and they just leaves it at that. And the whole issue is her talking about trauma and whatnot to Harley Quinn and pretty much talking her off the damn ledge.
Yeah, there's a
there's a lot of heart, like that traumatic stress that Harley has that she can't get over, why she's in the crisis center. And you got Barbara Gordon, pretty much, who's been through the worst of it, especially from the Joker himself, telling her it's like, you can get over this. You can get over the hump.
The one thing I will say about that book, because I kind of went like, oof, when you first picked it, I actually really liked that series until like the last couple issues.
Yeah,
I was really touting that book.
You were coming at me hard on that one.
Yeah.
Like, you got to start reading this
because of those emotional moments.
And then after a while, it just dropped off the face of the earth.
I had this real weird love-hate thing with Tom King, but he does those sorts of quiet moments very well. So,
and that quiet moment's what really, like, it's still in my mind, where it's just Barbara sitting in like the interview chair, and it's like not a word, just gets up, lifts her shirt, and you see the intro wound and the exit wound.
Your last pick?
Yeah. I've had it ready to go since the beginning. I wanted to kind of finish with this one. Batgirl Adventures #1. Bruce Timm, Paul Dini. All love, our entire generation.
Yep.
This is a beautiful cover, a beautiful book. The interiors are perfect. It's our childhood in a nutshell. Love, 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 love. That's it.
Okay.
Mic drop. I want to use this later, though, and it'll sound terrible, so I won't actually drop it.
Yeah, please don't. We're at debate time. You leaving?
Yeah.
You leaving?
I'm out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Scamp. Get out of here. Okay, Brandon. Okay. You have 2 minutes to tell me why your top 5 picks were the best and better than Nick's. Go.
Okay, so for me, I think I have a better mix of collectible books and books that anyone would love to have in their collection. Obviously, Detective 359 is a book that is, well, one, it's a very, very big key, and one that has continued to grow even when other DC books suffered. But additionally, it's just super cool and beautiful. I can say the same about both Batman Adventures 12, which is a huge key, as well as Batgirl Adventures #1, which isn't as much of a key, but it's a very specific audience that's always hunting for it, and I'm definitely in that audience. I know that both East and Nick are in that same audience. As far as the other books on my list, I totally went with my heart. It's unfortunate Nick did get the first Oracle appearance, but I got the first team up with the Birds of Prey, and for me, I think that what Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, because that was the original topic. I know you kind of let Nick go with his first pick, so that's fine, but what Barbara Gordon as Batgirl very much personifies to me, and really Batgirl in any form, anyone that's taken up the mantle over the years, very much embodies their ability to work in a team, and so that book is very important to me. I think when you look at Nick's list, I think, well, one, I've got a couple of books on that list, and so any of his spec picks I think are off the table, with the exception of 139, which is a cool book but not a great story. And Heroes in Crisis, the series fluttered out, If you're going to buy it, you're going to buy it in trade. You're not going to buy the single issue anymore unless it's like #1 or you want a specific death or you're finishing a run. So I think on those basis, I have better modern books, I have better keys, and I have better hard books.
Wow! I didn't even stop that. Right on time.
All right.
Key. Swell.
Sweet.
All right. Get out of here. Nick, defend yourself. Okay. Self-defense, Batgirl, 2 minutes. Yo.
Okay, well, in terms of key issues, I think I got a good one in Suicide Squad 23 with the first appearance of Oracle. Like, this is her coming back from, like, pretty much the death after the whole incident with the Killing Joke. This is a key issue. This is definitely the key issue. This is where you see the progression of Barbara Gordon into what she is today. Also, I gotta say, everybody loves a wedding. This was a wedding we all wanted. As much as it didn't really happen, that issue is key. Because you know what? We all love weddings. Power of love, baby. The power of love. Yes, I did pick the first appearance of Batgirl, which wasn't Barbara Gordon and Betty Kane, but at the same time, the spirit of the character was there. The early spirit of the character was there. Female, crime fighter, and the Bat family. Can't go wrong with that. That's a key. Then you got the ones I picked at the end. The Raphael Albuquerque Batgirl 41 cover is haunting. You could literally buy that, frame it, and never touch it again and just keep it as artwork. Because it is hauntingly beautiful for everything that it's worth. You can... I'm sorry, but mine is definitely more hauntingly beautiful.
Keep it down over there. Continue.
Also, Heroes in Crisis. I'm sorry. Yes, that is one anybody can buy, but I didn't pick it for spec. I picked it for love. Because you see this character's growth through the years. Everything she's gone through. Post-traumatic stress of being shot by the Joker. Tortured. And then her father having to see those photos in the Killing Joke. You see the progression. How tough she's gotten after a while. Everything that's happened to her. The progression is there. Everything in my collection that I have picked is just progression of a character who was dealt a shitty hand but persevered and made it out alive and now helps everybody else.
Okay. And you actually won a full 2 minutes. Well, Barbara Gordon and Betty Kane. Can't go wrong. However, I'm going to have to give this one to Brandon. His picks were a little more on point, and he just had some nicer ones on there, Detective 359. What do you want? Don't forget to tell us what you thought about the draft and who did the better book for your chance to win one of five comic book mystery mailers from me. I'm going to go in, I'm going to pick some myself. Also so that, you can give the guys a hard time on the results of this episode. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Anthony East on Twitter. And on Instagram, I am at The Only Anthony East. Don't forget to tag me in everything that you find and buy. I want to know, I want to see it, I want to enjoy it, I want you to make fun of me. And if I don't like what you picked and you tag me in it, well, I'm probably going to make fun of you. Hashtag ABC, always be collecting. Take care.